get ready for a debate that didn't last as long as anyone expected. On Big Jon Steel's live stream, a bold Hindu guest stepped forward, claiming to have the ultimate proof that Hinduism is the one true religion. But when the spotlight turned on, things fell apart quickly. As Big Jon Steel pressed with hard-hitting questions and logical challenges, the guest struggled to keep up. Within minutes, the arguments crumbled, and the guest disappeared without a trace. Was it the pressure, the questions, or something else? Find out in this unforgettable moment from Big Jon Steel's live stream.
So, the main question I had is, are you aware of Hinduism as a faith?
I'm aware of it.
Okay, so my question would be, so I'm a Hindu, so I'm going to try and convert you to Hinduism.
All right, go for it.
So, the main thing I would say is that with Hinduism is that there are a lot of misconceptions about it because it's not really as publicized as a faith, like compared to Islam or Christianity. So most people aren't like kind of aware. So we're actually monotheistic faith as well, which a lot of people don't believe. So there is a belief of one God as well from Brahma, and then the other gods are kind of denominations of that one God.
Denominations of one God.
Yeah, so they're deities of that. Like, for example, like gods can take forms of other forms.
So it's like modalism? It's like the same God in different forms?
Yeah.
So all the different gods with all their different personalities are the same God?
Yeah, so they all come from one God.
They come from one God, or they are that one God?
Okay, so I am not like truly versed in Hinduism because I was born in the UK, but I've been brought up and raised Hindu. But I believe that they are one God, and then that one God, Brahma, has then kind of made himself into other gods. But the reason I would say it is that
Brahma changes. So I'm
Yes.
out. I'm out right away.
Why?
You have a God that changes. If you have a God that changes, you have a contingent God. If you have a contingent God, it's reliant on some sort of extrinsic force. If it's reliant on some sort of extrinsic force, then therefore it's not the source of all things. Therefore, there's something above it.
But then they all denominate from one God, which is why then it's not like they're getting their power from somewhere else, if that's what you're trying to refer in terms of someone being above.
No. Oh, I just closed all my screens. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your God changes. And because your God changes, that means it's contingent. If it's contingent, then there are external forces that operate on that God. If there are external forces that operate on that God that cause change, that God is not the creator of all things. It's not the highest point, because those external forces would be the highest point.
Yeah. But your God also changed as well, because Jesus...
My God doesn't change. My God is immutable.
But your God came in man form and then therefore changed in that aspect.
Yeah, that's not God changing. That's God taking on a form. God doesn't change. And when we're talking about change, we're talking about an internal change.
Well, then I'm referring that thing as well, is that they take a form.
No, you're not allowed to steal my dogma. That's not how it works. You don't get to come in here and just hear my version of religion and say, well, me too. Come on, bro.
No, but I wasn't trying to argue it from that point of view. The main thing I was saying is that the reason I believe, because my favorite, it's more of a cultural thing rather than a kind of belief, in a sense that there are multiple, like you said, there are multiple strands of Christianity, like orthodoxy.
But the thing is, our God took on flesh. God didn't change. You're saying God changed into other gods.
Yeah, man. To be honest, I haven't got a response.
Yeah, that's a big contender for me, right? For me, and there are Christians out there that don't hold to you. Oh, what happened? I didn't kick them. I was just going to have a conversation. I was going to say, for me, there are many Christians out there that believe in God being mutable. But on my perspective, that's like a big thing. God just I cannot believe that God is contingent in any way. That's a hard thing for me to grasp.